All right, so wide receiver Michael Gallop is out for the season with a torn ACL. Team owner Jerry Jones said that's the team's belief. MRI on Monday can confirm. So pretty much he's done. And see, that's where I was saying that it looked like he knocked his knees, but it was the way he jumped and went and twisted. Yeah. So it was that twisting motion and the torque. You know, when you think of the torque that they're doing, they're running full speed and now stop pivoting, and it ended up going up. And it was just the thing that's crazy is the fact that he still held on to the ball for the touchdown. That definitely hurts the team. But if there's any good news about the Cowboys is the fact that we've had so many guys that have been playing this season that have gotten valuable minutes. I mean, you saw Cedric Wilson playing. You know, Cedric Wilson was actually one of the better receivers we had in the second half of the game. Cedric Wilson had six receptions, 35 yards, and a TD on 6 targets. Let me say that again. Cedric Wilson had 6 targets, came down with all 6, 35 yards, and a TD. You can't say that about everybody. Now, Dalton Schultz had 6 receptions on 10 targets. Tony Pollard, 3 receptions on 5 targets. So this game was ugly. Losing Michael Gallup definitely hurts. But let's be clear, there's a lot of teams that have lost players. You think about now Tom Brady, who lost Godwin, and now he's definitely lost Antonio Brown. I think it's safe to say Antonio Brown's gone for him, right? So he's lost some of his targets. And the Cowboys just have to lick their wounds here and realize in 2 weeks we're going to face the same team. And at least we got film on them and understand what they were trying to do. I still believe that Tyron Smith was not a benefit as much as you would have thought, that they might have been actually better having Terrence Steele out there playing today. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm looking at that and saying, you know, Tyron came out there cold still. He didn't look like he had the normal speed and ability that he normally does.
Do you think he should have came back next week?
I think he should have. To me, in my mind, was if Tyron Smith is not 100% to go, don't bring him back out now, because I want him 100% for the playoffs, the games that are meaningful. But, you know, they said he practiced and everything else. Losing Gallop, I think, hurts, but I don't think that's a game changer. But we have to get the offensive line playing better than what we did today. We cannot have 4 batted down passes because the guys are literally closing in right there on Dak. And we just got to do a better job all the way around. And that's penalties, that's drop passes, that's running the football, that's blocking. It's everything. Play calling and clock management. You can look from the owner on down and say, we got to do a better job.
Yeah,
and
the clock management and play calling, I don't think the play calling was bad today, but the clock management,
execution was bad.
It started when we were supposed to go for 2.
Yeah.
That's when it started.
So we didn't go for 2?
We tried to go for 2, but then it was a delayed game, and then
and I will say, our kicking,
Was like, what happened? Yeah.
Our kicking needs to be better.
Yeah.
That's the second game that we've had a kick that had we made it, it would have been a tie. I want to say the Raiders game. Didn't we miss one early in that game?
Yeah,
it's 2 plays, 2 key plays. Because
Yeah.
think about this, right? I think the drive ended in a field goal. But do you remember when Kyler Murray threw the ball up when Micah came off the edge?
Yeah.
And the shit got picked off? That ended in a field goal as well. That's a 6-point swing.
Yeah.
With the missed field goal and that.
So here's the thing. It's not like we were playing the Jets. It's not like we were playing the Jaguars. It's not like we were playing the Lions. And the thing about the NFL is it's a week-to-week league. And you have seen so many teams that you say, how the hell did Tampa Bay lose to New Orleans? How the hell did Buffalo lose to Jacksonville? How the hell did this Cardinals team lose to the Lions? It happens. It's a week-to-week league, and shit happens. So, we'll see if it's a first-round exit, Calvin. But, it is what it is. Again, Michael Gallup is feared to have torn his ACL and out for the season. And, the thing is, that might – think about this. Michael Gallup tearing his ACL going into free agency. That changes a whole lot because are you ready to drop a whole bunch of money on Michael Gallup if he's coming off an ACL tear?
That's what I said. He might actually have an opportunity to come back.
That might actually be the reason why we hold on to Michael Gallup is because he has that ACL tear.
Yep.
And you can sign him to a team-friendly deal coming off the injury, which sucks for Michael Gallup. But for the Cowboys, you know, it's nothing personal. It's strictly business. To get hurt this late in the season, it sucks. This sucks. So you may be able to re-sign him. Yeah, you may be able to re-sign him. So that's where we are right there. Look, John Madden cutting the turkey with his hand.
Hey,
look.
At least there's a glimmer of hope in that.
Look, he's literally pulling apart the turducken. John Madden just did.
That's pre-COVID, like I'm a.
Mark, can you hear Tanya Smith? I can hear. What was that? I wasn't hearing. Our team used to, but see, and here's my other thoughts is too, that's a slice of humble pie too, because all of a sudden the Cowboys were high flying and everything else on a 4-game win streak. We went from the 4th seed to the 2 seed, and you get the big blowout against Washington. Now all of a sudden you got to say, oh wait a minute, we got to play. We got to play, right, Todd Wilson? Shout out to Todd Wilson on the super chat.
Wait a minute.
And that's football. Week to week, everybody has bad games. Mark, you're an idiot.
Damn.
Wow, really? Mark, I got to read that whole thing.
Yikes.
Nice.
Mark, you're an idiot. Why would they resign him and we have Wilson? If you can sign him at a team-friendly deal, why wouldn't you sign him? He's a great receiver. If you can get him, wait a minute, so that's whoa. If you can end up signing him to a 1-year prove-it deal, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Cedric Wilson is good, but I don't think he's as good as Michael Gallup. I'm sorry, I just don't. I just don't see that. So that's my personal take. And if you want to say I'm an idiot, fine. You won't be the first to say that I'm an idiot. Everybody always says I'm an idiot, including my wife. She said I'm a good-looking idiot, but still an idiot. Fire the kicker.
But to your point, I don't think Cedric is better than Michael Gallup.
He's not bad.
Yeah, I was going to say
but
offense.
He benefits though from having Amari Cooper and CD out there.
Amari's going to have to play a little better, or we're going to have to find a way to really make him more, I guess, more of a factor in this offense in order for everything to work. We're going to need CD and Amari to take counteract and then make Cedric Wilson an X factor.
Zeke is straight up trash. So here's, and that's another good point right here. Zeke Elliott. I know Zeke's great blocking, but that's a big chunk of change. Do you think about Zeke Elliott not being here?
Yeah, that's what you remember what I told you? Remember I said you came up with draft needs, and remember what I said?
Running back.
You need a running back. Really?
Here's the thing. As much as it pains me to say this, if you go through the numbers,
eventually,
the 4th year of a running back is usually the pinnacle. After that, they go off the cliff. Now, there's exceptions. There's Gore, and there's Adrian Peterson, and, of course, Emmitt Smith, and a few. But for the most part, most running backs for the last 20 years, after the 4th year, it's over with. We looked at Todd Gurley, and everybody thought, oh, Todd Gurley is great, or Melvin Gordon. They were great running backs there for about 4 years, and all of a sudden, after that, they just disappeared into the ether. So that's going to be a tough decision. And, Zeke Elliott is Dak Prescott's buddy. Zeke Elliott is, been the face of the franchise there, but it's not the same. So that's where we are on that. Michael Gallup, torn ACL.